My name is Neil Irvin. I am the Executive Director of Men Can Stop Rape based in Washington, D.C.
What's the primary focus of the work that you're doing?
Our emphasis is really a mission around engaging men and boys to see sexual assault and domestic violence, all forms of gender-based violence, as not just a women's issue, and figure out the skills and ways in which they can be involved in reducing all men's violence against girls and women.
Neil, how does this connect with you personally?
I think it's...
Like, where does your passion
strategically, I'm a youth advocate. I come into this work as a youth advocate. I'm not a survivor. I now know, in doing this work for the last 13 years, I know many survivors, both in my family and beyond. But I think one of the things that we've had to use strategically is that before I was able to speak about, all different forms of gender-based violence and how it's impacted the different people in my life, it was really a great strategic way in to engage boys and men. That, I've never sexually assaulted someone. I wasn't sexually assaulted. I didn't witness domestic violence. I had a very, normal, for what that is, kind of upbringing. I had a father and mother who are still together. I was not the what the stereotype may be of this field, and it really provided me an avenue to work with boys and men to say, and I still see the importance of men being involved in preventing this violence. Now, as a husband, as a father of 3 children, all under the ages of 10, 2 girls and a boy, this work has taken a different trajectory for me. The importance for my children to be in a world that's safe for them as well. And as a youth advocate who came to the organization to work with boys and young men, my emphasis was around how do I empower them, and I think this understanding helps me do even more work with them.
So having been now to the UN CSW for the 57th session, what would be your message, especially to the young men, to the boys, about like the top 3 things that they can do, especially for those that aren't here today?
Well, one, I think it's about, getting an education around these issues to see how they not only impact, a survivor of some form of violence, but to really recognize how it's impacting them, right? That the stereotypes that we teach boys about what it is to be a man compromises their life, compromises their safety, and really creates environments where this violence is not only going to impact the victim, but all of us as a community. The other piece is the importance of being a visible ally, the importance of bystander intervention, that it's not good enough to say, I'm not raping my girlfriend or I'm not beating my wife. You have to actively be involved and find out how you can be involved. You may not be able to work off the hotline or at the shelter, but you may be able to talk to your friends about, the words they use, the language they use, and role modeling those behaviors in yourself, not to be a hypocrite.
What would be your overall message to young men around the world around this issue?
That it's really important to understand that men can be strong without being violent, and that this is not only, when we really strike gender equity, what's left is our humanity. It's central to who we are as a people, that violence only limits our abilities to grow. It is about using your strength to inspire others, to lead others, and to serve others, rather than using your strength to destroy.
And what would be your message to women around the world?
That there are many of us as men who are continuing to want to be not only accountable, but allies, and who are committed to this work so that their safety, that their survival, and that their ability to thrive and live productive and passionate lives is central to our mission and our work, and that's not just here in the United States, but globally.
And Neil, last question, what has been a highlight for you so far at the UN CSW?
Probably getting to see the young men in our Men of Strength Club. This is our 5th year that the young men have been able to participate in the girl-boy dialogue here.
How many?
There's 2 young men this year from different parts of the city for us in Washington, D.C., and it's a great honor for us to be able to play the small role that we do, and for young people's leadership to really be taking a central part. As you saw, 18 and older had to get out of the room, so we think that's a great thing that positions them.